blood of Jesus over this video. So, you guys, I'm back with another video. And this video is about DDG and Halle are back in court. Carmen is emotional over, her son that she has with, what's his name, Corey SSG or whatever he called himself. So she basically wrote about him on her social media, expressing how much she loved him and stuff. But Corey is saying Carmen ain't letting him see his kids. Like, you up here writing all this stuff about, oh, my son is like the man of the house. And it's like, why can't you let him see his dad, though? Like, his dad want to be there. Like, yeah, y'all may not see eye to eye, but that don't mean I got to keep the man from his kids. So that's a whole situation. And it's just a lot going on with these celebrities. And yeah, so let's get into it, you guys. There's a lot on here.
Now speaking out on the struggles of being a single mother and raising two boys on her own, even speaking on how her kid is now having to step into the dad/man role in the house. Now she posts her older son CJ and says, "This little boy makes me so sensitive. Like, where did time go? Almost 7 years and I'm witnessing him growing up to be a man. Seeing how he's such a good kid, my little protector and a big brother makes my heart so happy and warm. He's my heart in a human body. Seeing him take care of his brother makes me emotional because he's doing such an amazing job. The world don't see how he plays the man/daddy role in this house with his brother. I can't let my storms rain on y'all. No matter how I feel or what I go through, I'ma always feel like I won in life with you and your brother. God knew I was gonna need you all my life. I became a mom thanks to you. You taught me patience in another level and has been giving me a reason to keep going. His little kisses and I love you. Mommy makes everything I do in life worth it. I'll always find a way in life to make sure him and his brother forever good." So you guys leave your opinions on this below. I mean, Corey has mentioned before that Carmen is not letting him see his kids. So now leaves these two boys to not having a father or father figure in their life at all. So now,
and I think that's messed up. That whatever situation Carmen and Corey got going on, I understand. Like, they were married at one point, and they still married. They didn't even finalize their divorce because they both keep missing court. So what's that all about? If y'all really want to be done with each other, I'll show up for them court dates and sign them papers. Like Usher, I'm ready to sign them papers. Okay. Like, ain't no lingering with that. If you really ready to move on, I'm not lingering with the paperwork, So I don't know what that is all about with Carmen and Corey, because they both be missing court dates, and I don't know, but I just know it's wrong that she's keeping him from seeing his kids when he wants to be there. Like, it ain't like he begging her to be with her. Let the man see his kids. Like, that part I don't understand. Like, of course, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors or in their personal lives, but I'm sure she could let the man see his kids, So let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Cenat is speaking out after him and his team were removed from the Chris Brown's concert. Now, Chris and his manager stated that they were allowed to stream there while the venue security kicked them out.
Damn, Chris Brown just texted me, chat. Chris Brown just texted me. He said, "Hey, broski, heard about yesterday. I'm so sorry. The security was acting like that. Lance told me after you left. I'm sorry, bro."
Tell me when you recognize the song.
WC see.
So now Halle and DDG had a court appearance on September 8th where it seems like they were again not able to reach an agreement. So now this court custody battle continues and they're set to appear again
Halle and
September
DDG still
20th.
cannot come to an agreement on how they're going to do this custody agreement for Halo. Y'all, Friday, August the 8th, Halle and DDG had a mediation, and this was related to the custody battle for baby Halo. Now, we know with mediations, these are private ordeals. No one is allowed in except for the parties that are involved. However, they still did not come to any kind of agreements according to the paperwork. Now, we know back in May of this year, Halle filed for full physical and legal custody of Halo. She also filed for a restraining order, and she was citing DV reasons. However, in June of this year, DDG went and filed his own paperwork. He asked for a restraining order himself. He then asked for temporary full physical and legal custody of Halo, and he turned over some text messages that were alleging that Halle was not mentally stable enough to take care of her child. Now, the judge did grant Halle full physical custody of Halo, but he did also grant DDG visitation. Now the real work begins. So now they're going to have to really get down to how they're going to do custody for this child in the best interest of Halo. Now, on the 20th of this month, they will be having another hearing, and this is going to be related to these restraining orders because they both have been granted restraining orders against each other. Also, this has all basically kind of been combined together as a family court issue so that the same judge can handle all matters, the DV incidents, the restraining order, as well as the custody.
So the LK family are back posting on their family channel.
So I want to comment about the DDG and Halle situation. So again, with the DDG and Halle situation, like, okay, it seemed like they cannot come to a mutual agreement in their court hearing because they keep having to have court date after court date after court date, and that's why I hate court. And that's why he said he didn't even want to go to court. But this was around the time they had broke up, and it was fresh. It was fresh to us, but obviously between those two, they had been broken up for a while. DDG had just exposed that they went together, and then Halle came out with the claims that DDG was abusive towards her, like beating on her, whipping on her and stuff, chipped the tooth, bashed the head into the steering wheel. I'm like, God dang, he was over there beating the dog snot out of her, boy. Like, and people like, no, that's a lie. You know, I mean, where did those bruises and stuff came from? I'm just saying, not to keep bringing that up, but I don't think the girl was lying. Unless y'all think she pulled a thin line between love and hate. Y'all know that movie with Martin when he was dealing with that crazy lady and she beat herself up and made it look like he did it. So I don't know, like, you know, but I do know he released some text messages about her claiming she wasn't stable enough in the mind because she was talking about she wanted to off herself in the text messages, talking about, oh, you want me to DIE, you want me to unalive myself? And he like, what is you talking about? And I think she said something about a knife. And he was like, you're going to get a knife for what? Like, bruh, you really wilding right now. Like, it was just that relationship they had was toxic. Okay, toxic. So fast forward, coming up towards today, they just had a court hearing on September 15th, and they still couldn't come to a mutual agreement. And Halle had filed a claim saying that she want full custody of Halo, and the judge granted her that, which I think is kind of messed up because the father wants to be there. You can't act like the father is a deadbeat and don't want to be there. The man wants to be there. Like, he's constantly fighting for his rights to see his son, you know, regardless of what they went through. He's constantly fighting for his rights to see his son. And, you know, the judges out here, the courts, how they work out here, they're going to always side with the mother. The mother wants to file for full custody. 9 times out of 10, the judge is going to give it to her. And that's what happened. But DDG went and tried to make the same kind of motion claim and try to get full custody, and it didn't work out in his favor. But he ended up getting, you know, visitations. which is still something, you know. They agreed on him having him, I think, like, what, 3 times out of the weeks for a certain amount of hours or whatever the case was. But my thing is, why make it so hard for the man to see his son? I understand with these relationships, it's real complicated. It's fresh with the breakup. You still ain't really healed emotionally from that person. Like, I get that. But do not keep the kid from the father. I think that is so petty on the woman's part. Like with me, when I have my children, if me and the dad don't get along, I'm not gonna keep the dad from seeing his child, because a child needs their father. You know, and when they get older, and then if you push the dad all the way away to where he just stops showing up, the kid gonna be like, Mom, where's my dad? Don't be one of those mothers that say, oh, your dad didn't want you, your dad didn't try to come see you. And then when they get older and have a conversation with the father gonna say, son, I did try to come see you. I did try to come be with you. I did try to pick you up. Your mother wouldn't allow it. And then like the kid gonna be looking at the mom like, you lied to me. You said he didn't want nothing to do with me. You feel me? You lied. So I've seen those type of situations happen as well. And it's just so messy. It's just, nobody suffers but the kid when you do that. Okay, the other person, I mean, the father suffers because he wants to see his son or his child, whatever the case is, and the mom is just being bitter Betty, you know? So whatever situation the parents go through, I just think you should be an adult and get over it. And you don't want to see the other person, cool, let there be a mediator, let there be a family member, somebody that's step in between, or whatever it is, a nanny. Let them step in between so that other person can see their kid as well. Like, for it to just be one-sided, I think that's totally unfair for DDG. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that too. Apparently they have another court hearing coming up on the, for the agreement of splitting, time with Halo. So that's coming up on the 20th, September 20th. So be looking out for that video, y'all.
And they've popped back out with a new intro. Now, of course, Kaiser is not in Thailand right now, so he wasn't included, and people were not too happy about this. So now a few commenters posted, King and Lena, y'all are so messed up in the head. Poor Kaiser. I don't care if he doesn't live with y'all. He's still a part of that channel. He was in the last video years ago. What's the difference now? Poor Kaiser. This ish isn't fair. I hope Neek protects her son from you too. Sad individuals. And another commenter stated, damn, they couldn't add Kaiser anywhere in the intro. He was literally just there. Another person states, my thing is...
Now see with this, I think these people being so messy. It ain't none of your business how I run my channel. If my son not in the intro, he not in the intro. That don't mean I don't love my son. Like, I think people insert themselves too much in people's business. Like, I know us as social media people doing commentary on, celebrities and stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm not going to be telling these people how they should raise their kid. Like, do we have an opinion? Yes, but don't try to bash the person. Like, I think that's totally wrong when they up here, oh, you couldn't put your son in the intro. He was in the last intro. He's a part of this channel. That's not your business. Leave them people alone. Let them live. Like, let them live. Like, these people feel like because these people put their lives on social media out to the public think they got a say in their lives, and you don't. You're only seeing what I allow you to see. You don't know everything that goes on behind closed doors in this household. So I don't owe you any explanation. Okay? So it's like, people need to calm down with getting in these celebrities, in these people's business and in their lives. Like chill out with that. Who cares if the son not in there? That don't mean he don't love his son. Like, come on now.
they could have did this while Kaiser was there and included him. They will never beat the allegations. And others were stating they could have just added a clip of him or added him on a FaceTime call, something to include him in this new family channel intro. So now they also took these family photos. Now people are comparing them to the photos that Neek and her family with Dwayne took. As you can see, Neek and Elena and King are all doing the same expressions. Lena even having her tongue out, literally the same as Neek, the whole white.
And why they comparing both of the families? Like, that is so messy. Oh, they're doing the same poses as the other family. Like, why is this news? Like, I can't. This should not be news. This is not news.
Dress thing, if you look at the kids, Kaiser and Ocean, they're doing the exact same things. I'm not sure if they were just inspired or maybe this was just a coincidence. But let's move on to this next topic with Royalty and her daughters, Jalea and Nation. Now, a few weeks ago, Jalea and Nation were making headlines after they were spotted at a football game getting into an altercation.
Royalty's daughters, Jalea and Nation, are catching heat online after a messy scene at Liberty High School. Jalea, who just turned 18, was spotted in a younger student's face, with people calling her out for trying to play grown when it benefits her, but then switching it up and claiming she's only 17 when older men approach. Meanwhile, her little sister Nation, just 13, was right in the middle too, clapping back, using strong language, and even saying her dad would step in. Fans are saying the girls went from being wholesome and innocent back when they were around.
Are you on CalFresh, Medicaid, SSI, or any of the 20+ government programs? You might qualify for free.
Fans are saying the girls went from being wholesome and innocent back when they were around CJ to now acting loud and out of control.
So now Royalty is speaking out, defending her daughters, stating that they're just normal kids and pretty much every time they go out somewhere, people try them.
You guys know they were kind of like the talk of the town for a little bit because of they went to a little football game. Guys, my kids are normal. They want to be normal kids. And if you guys do see them out in public, just treat them with respect. You know what I'm saying? My kids, they're not bullies.
Them kids need some discipline. I'm sorry, but like you see them on there fighting, cussing people out, and she up here, my kids are innocent. To you. But they out there being a menace to the world.
They're not raised to be bullies, but just know you're not going to bully them. They were raised to defend themselves, and they were raised to be...
They look like baby kids. Look at that. She said, my kids are not bullies. And look how the girl was standing like... Hold on, let me rewind it.
You know what I'm saying? My kids, they're not bullies. They're not raised to be bullies, but just know...
Hold on.
They were kind of like the talk of the town for a little bit because of they went to a little football game. Guys, my kids are normal. They want to be normal kids. And if you guys do see them out in public, just treat them with respect. You know what I'm saying? My kids, they're not bullies. They're not raised to be bullies, but just know you're not going to bully them. They were raised...
Look at that. That one at the top that's standing up, she looked like she ready to fire on you. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about that. Talking about they ain't bullies. I don't know about that, Royalty.
defend themselves, and they were raised to be respectful. So just know, they want to be normal. They just want to go out and hang out. And just know that we did take care of that situation, so you guys don't have to worry about that. And thank you to everybody that, was out there defending them and speaking about the situation. But just know, we wrapped that up in a bud. We nipped it up in a bud, and we got everything covered. So y'all don't have to worry about that. And just know they good. And just know if my kids want to go outside, y'all not stopping my kids from going outside. So just know that.
Royalty also spoke a little bit about the CJ situation, but said she won't say too much. Now, I told you guys that CJ is now unable to mention Royalty or her kids on social media because Royalty went to the courts and filed some paperwork on him, basically a cease and desist, asking him not to speak on her or her kids on the internet anymore. And it appears to be working because we haven't been hearing much from CJ about this situation. Now, CJ is claiming that he's going to file for full custody, but we also haven't heard much about that either. So I'm guessing after everything is all said and done and wrapped up in court, then we'll be hearing more about that whole situation.
So y'all, what do y'all think about the CJ So Cool and Royalty thing? He's supposed to be fighting for full custody, and before he stopped making videos about them, he was saying Royalty don't really want the twins. She never really wanted the twins. She just wanted them for a bag or whatever it was. I mean, I don't know if I believe that, but I believe she definitely got something against him. With the situation with her saying, she basically pulled a Halle Bailey. Because just like Halle Bailey went to the court saying, I don't want DDG posting about me or my son because the fans get too crazy and they start harassing me. So Royalty went and did the same thing to CJ So Cool. And he hasn't been posting about her because she went and filed that motion against him. So I don't know. I pray that all goes well. He did post something recently, like basically saying Royalty want him to pay child support and give her $6,000 a month and all kind of stuff. He was saying like, so, I mean, I pray that it worked out in his favor. I pray that they too come to a mutual agreement with their children, because this whole co-parenting thing in the courts, it's very messy between these celebrities, y'all. So pray for them. Keep them in prayer. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. And yeah, subscribe to the channel so I can keep making videos like this and so I can get this channel monetized. Please subscribe, share the video, like the video, and comment what you think on all these situations, y'all. God bless y'all. See y'all in the next one.